Hello there, wonderful peeps, and welcome to another episode of Don, the Romanian vlogger. In this episode I'm going to talk about drums and how I've got to be a drummer. First of all, there's always a why. Why did I started drumming? And the answer is rock music. Actually, it was not rock, it was more like alternative new metal at that time. So I was listening to a lot of dance music and yeah, after you listen to dance music and all that pop shit, you are so bored of it, you know? I mean, you know the notes, you know what they're gonna say, you know the rhymes, you know everything, and you're saturated. Yes, you're saturated with it. For me, it was when I was 11 years old, and I wanted to start to listen to other stuff, and I was try to listen to rock music or whatever on the TV. But then I've had some cassettes with Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and then on a CD I've had System of a Down, Slipknot, Metallica, and some other metal, hardcore or new metal bands. And what I like the most in this music were the drums. I don't know, it just got me, you know? And the best thing in a song, it's when they change the parts. That changing of parts from quietly to loudly and from loudly to quietly, you know? And it all resumes in drums sometimes. No, that's not true. Also the bass and the guitar does a lot of stuff, but yeah, the drums are those that give you that signal that it's gonna pump out, you know, and it's gonna be like real rock from now on. So I like drums very much. And since I was 15, I wanted to buy myself a pair of drums. And of course my parents were like, no, you're not good for it. If you would like drums, you would be with the sticks all time in your hands and trying to drum, you know, all the way, everywhere, it doesn't matter. You don't need to have drums to drum. You also need to go to a professor and learn how to drum, and then you need to buy drums. And yeah, I was very upset because they didn't understand that I want that and I dream about that. And actually, I really dreamed about it, and I dreamed about it so hard that I've got my first job only to buy a pair of drums. And guess what? I've got my first job thanks to a friend of mine, and then I bought a pair of drums in the autumn of 2007. Yes, I was 17 when I got my drums, my first pair of drums. Now, playing the drums, as my parents said, it was something very hard and something that you should dedicate time to, so you will get it. They were right, they were actually right. And for this thing I never had a drum teacher, never ever in my life. Which is kind of, you can say it's kind of weird, but I know a lot of guys that are playing guitar or bass guitar and they've never had a teacher, but they play really cool and really nice. And as they've done it, I've done it the same. I've searched it on the internet, I've got YouTube videos and also some other sites videos. My favorite site was freedrumlessons.com. Something like that, you can search it and you'll find it. But when you learn, it's that thing with practice. I mean, okay, you know, like but you need to practice. And you need to practice over and over and over again. And after I started practicing, I was sleeping with the drums. Literally, I was sleeping on the drums sometimes. I've liked them so much, and I was so frustrated, because you get frustrated when you see that you're transmitting the signal to your hands, but your hands are not complying to your signal. Yeah, you try harder and harder. And as about bands, we were a group of people, and everybody said that let's all buy instruments individually and then we'll get together and play. The first band that I've talked about this did nothing and they were not that good with guitar. They're not playing even today any instrument. The second band was kind of my skate crew. Yeah, so we were some skaters and we've also said that hey, let's buy equipment and after that we can come and play, and that would be cool. And these second guys, I've actually invited them to work along with me at my job, and they started working with me, and then they've got money to buy a guitar, a bass guitar, and another guy got some money from his grandma to buy a guitar, and so I had my first band, which never actually played anywhere. But we were just some friends hitting some instruments, and that was cool. For me it was super cool. Even though we haven't managed to bring songs out, or to make something like a concert, or I don't know, to get people or friends to like us, it was very important to me to learn to play the drums along with other people. And that was amazing. It was the first times I had that feeling of playing with a band. After 1 year and a half we split it up, in fact I don't want to enter that subject, and I will have some other video for that subject and for telling you how I had 3 punk, ska and reggae bands. That was it, that's how I've got my drums. I hope you liked it, and if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to comment down below. Also like and subscribe to me so I can become one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, and the YouTuber that will represent Romania in English language. Internationally. Okay, goodbye.